There are rules of power that you were never meant to hear. Not because they are complex, but because they work. And the moment you understand them, you stop being the one who gets played. You become the one who plays. This is not philosophy for the weak. This is not advice for the hopeful. This is dominance. Calculated. Silent. Absolute. If you've ever felt one step behind, manipulated without knowing why, or watched mediocre people rise while you stayed invisible, then what comes next will rewire how you see every interaction for the rest of your life. But only if you're ready. Only if you stay until the end. Subscribe now, because this kind of knowledge doesn't wait for you to be comfortable. It demands you rise or stay forgotten. Most people move through life reacting. Someone pushes, they push back. Someone smiles, they smile. Someone attacks, they defend. This is the behavior of prey. You are about to learn the behavior of the unseen predator. The one who is never suspected. Never cornered. Always 3 moves ahead. Machiavelli understood something the world still refuses to accept. Morality is a story told by winners. Power is not earned by being good. It is seized by being unremarkable until the perfect moment. The prince who announces his strength is already weak. The king who must prove his authority has already lost it. Dominance is not loud. It is inevitable. Let me ask you something. Think about the last time someone got exactly what they wanted from you. Did you see it coming? Or did you wake up later realizing you were steered, nudged, positioned? Comment below the moment you realized you were outplayed. I want to know. Because that moment, that sting, is where your power begins. You are about to receive 5 rules. Not suggestions. Not theories. Rules. They have been used by emperors and CEOs. By silent assassins and beloved leaders. They have no conscience. They have no mercy. They simply work. And once you see them, you cannot unsee them. You will notice them everywhere. In your workplace. Your relationships. Your enemies. And if you are wise, in yourself. The world is a game of perception. Whoever controls what others believe controls everything. You do not need to be the strongest. You need to be the one no one suspects until it is too late. Rule 1. Never appear too perfect. There is a story about a man who entered a royal court with flawless manners, pristine dress, and a mind sharper than anyone in the room. Within 3 months, he was exiled. Not for failure. For perfection. The king could not stand him. Why? Because perfection is a mirror. And no one wants to see their flaws reflected that clearly. When you appear too polished, too competent, too untouchable, you do not inspire admiration. You inspire resentment, envy, fear. People begin to wonder what you are hiding. They begin to test you, sabotage you. They need to find the crack, because your flawlessness makes them feel small. This is the first trap of the ambitious. They believe excellence will protect them. It will not. Excellence without humility is a target. Perfection without flaw is inhuman. And humans destroy what they cannot understand. So you must show cracks. Not real ones. Controlled ones. A minor mistake here. A small confession there. Let them feel superior in harmless ways. Laugh at yourself before they do. This is not weakness. This is camouflage. Think of the leader everyone loves. Do they seem flawless? No. They seem relatable. They stumble on words. They admit when they are wrong about small things. They let others win minor battles. And in doing so, they win the war. Because no one fears them. No one resents them. They are underestimated until the moment they strike. But here is the edge. You choose the flaw. You control the narrative. You are not actually imperfect. You are strategically vulnerable. There is a vast difference. One makes you weak. The other makes you invisible. Let me be direct. If you walk into a room and everyone goes quiet, you have failed. If you walk in and they barely notice, you have won. Because now you can listen. Now you can observe. Now you can move without resistance. When a snake enters tall grass, it does not announce itself. It becomes the grass. You must do the same. Blend until the moment you need to be seen. And when that moment comes, it will already be too late for them to respond. Never outshine the master. Never appear more competent than those who have power over you. Let them believe they are smarter. Let them believe they thought of your idea. Let them take credit for your work if it positions you closer to the center. Because proximity is power, and credit is just noise. This is not about lowering yourself. This is about raising them just enough that they feel safe. Safe people make mistakes. They get comfortable. They expose their weaknesses. And you, silent and smiling, catalog every single one. Here is your test. This week, let someone else win an argument you know you could dominate. Watch what happens. Watch how their guard drops. Watch how they begin to trust you. Comment below what you notice. Because awareness is the first weapon. And you are sharpening it right now. If you are still here, you are not like most people. Most would have left by now, uncomfortable with the truth. But you stayed. That tells me something. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because the next rule is where most people break. It requires a coldness they are not ready for. But you are. Rule 2. Keep your intentions buried. A man once controlled an entire corporation without a title. He never gave orders. He asked questions. He never demanded loyalty. He simply remembered everyone's secrets. No one knew what he wanted, and that made him untouchable. The moment people know what you want, they know how to stop you. They know what to dangle in front of you. They know what to take away. Your desire becomes your leash, and they will pull it whenever you step out of line. So you must want nothing, publicly. Your hunger must be invisible. Your ambition must wear the face of service. Your cruelty must look like pragmatism. You do not seek power. You simply end up with it. Accidentally. Naturally. Inevitably. This is the art of the hidden hand. You move pieces on the board, but no one sees your fingers. You create outcomes that benefit you, but everyone believes it was their idea, their decision, their strategy. You become the whisper, not the voice. Watch a master manipulator. They never tell you what to do. They make you want to do it. They do not argue. They reframe. They do not push. They create vacuums you rush to fill. And by the time you realize you have been positioned, you are already defending the choice as your own. Here is the principle. People resist what is forced. They embrace what they believe they chose. So you do not force. You architect choice. You limit options without appearing to. You highlight certain paths while obscuring others. You make the desired outcome seem inevitable, obvious, even moral. Let me give you a mirror. Think of a time you convinced someone of something. Did you argue them into submission? Or did you ask questions that led them to your conclusion? The latter is Machiavellian. The former is amateur. Questions are scalpels. They cut without the victim realizing they are bleeding. What do you think we should do? How would you solve this? What would happen if we tried your way? Each question is a frame. Each frame is a cage. And they walk into it smiling. But there is a deeper layer. You must also hide your knowledge. If people know what you know, they adjust. They hide. They lie better. So you play dumb. You ask obvious questions. You let them believe you do not see the game. And all the while, you see everything. The fool is never feared. The fool is never watched. So when necessary, be the fool. Stumble. Mishear. Misunderstand. Let them condescend. Let them pity you. And when they turn their back, you move. There was a general who won every battle by appearing weak. He let enemies believe he was outnumbered, unprepared, cowardly. They attacked with arrogance. And he buried them. Not because he was strong. Because they believed he was not. Your greatest weapon is not your strength. It is their assumption of your weakness. So feed that assumption. Carefully. Consistently. Until the moment you need them blind. Here is your assignment. In your next meeting, discussion, or argument, Say less than you want to. Ask more than you tell. Let someone else have the last word. Then watch who reveals themselves when they think they have won. Write it down. Comment what you learned. Because pattern recognition is the difference between a player and a piece. You are learning to see the game beneath the game. Most people live on the surface. You are going deeper. And that is why you will win. Rule 3. Master emotional invisibility. There is a certain kind of person no one can read. You argue with them, they do not react. You praise them, their face does not change. You insult them, they smile the same smile. This person terrifies others. Not because they are cruel, because they are unreadable. And what you cannot read, you cannot control. Emotion is information. Every time you react, you tell the world what matters to you, what hurts you, what excites you, what threatens you. And the moment they know, they own you. They know exactly which buttons to push, exactly how to steer you, exactly when to strike. So you must become stone, not cold, not robotic, but calm, unnervingly calm. You feel everything. You show nothing. You let the storm rage inside while your surface remains still water. This is not repression. This is mastery. You do not ignore your emotions. You use them. Anger sharpens focus. Fear heightens awareness. Sadness deepens empathy. But none of these show on your face unless you choose it. Unless it serves you. Think about poker. The best players do not have no emotions. They have perfect control. They feel the rush of a good hand, the dread of a bad one. But their face gives nothing. Their breath does not quicken. Their eyes do not shift. They are a mask. And behind the mask, they are calculating everything. You must become this in life. When someone tries to provoke you, they are testing for weakness. If you react, you failed. If you smile and stay silent, you won. Because now they are confused. Now they are off balance. Now they make mistakes. Here is a truth most miss. The person who loses their temper loses the argument. Even if they are right. Because emotion is perceived as instability, as loss of control. And no one follows someone who cannot control themselves. But there is a twist. Sometimes, you show emotion strategically. A flash of anger to set a boundary. A moment of vulnerability to build trust. A burst of joy to seem human. But it is always chosen. Always timed. Always calculated. This is the difference between reaction and response. Reaction is automatic. Response is intentional. Animals react. Humans respond. Masters choose when to do either. Let me test you. Think of the last time someone made you angry. Did you snap? Did you argue? Did you defend? Or did you pause, breathe, and choose your next move? If you reacted, you gave them power. If you responded, you kept it. There is a technique the ancient Stoics used. When emotion rises, they would pause and name it. I am feeling anger. I am feeling fear. This simple act creates distance. The emotion becomes an object you observe, not a force that controls you. You are no longer angry. You are aware of anger. And awareness gives you choice. Practice this. In the next conflict, do not speak immediately. Count 3 breaths. Let the silence sit. Let them wonder what you are thinking. Then respond with clarity, not heat. Watch how the dynamic shifts. Watch how they lose composure while you remain centered. People respect what they cannot shake. If you are easily rattled, you are easily dismissed. If you are unmoved, you are feared. And fear, properly managed, is respect's darker brother. But here is the shadow side. If you are too emotionless, you become alien. People need to see some humanity or they will not trust you. So you give them glimpses. Controlled. Rare. Valuable. A laugh at the right moment. A compliment that feels genuine. A story that shows just enough softness. You are not a robot. You are a tactician. And your face, your voice, your reactions are all tools. Use them with precision. Comment below the last time someone tried to get a reaction out of you. Did they succeed? Or did you stay calm? I want to hear your stories. Because every story teaches. Every failure sharpens. If you are still watching, you are already different than you were 10 minutes ago. You are seeing patterns you ignored before. Subscribe now, because what comes next will change how you handle every relationship, every negotiation, every power struggle for the rest of your life. Rule 4. Use loyalty as currency, not doctrine. There is a lie sold to the masses. Loyalty is sacred. Loyalty is forever. Loyalty is the measure of character. This is what they tell you so you stay predictable. So you stay controllable. So you sacrifice yourself for people who would not do the same. Here is the truth Machiavelli knew. Loyalty is a tool. It is bought, sold, and traded. It is situational. It is conditional. And the person who treats it as absolute is the person who gets betrayed most violently. You do not owe loyalty to those who do not earn it. You do not maintain loyalty when it no longer serves you. You give loyalty strategically to those whose success aligns with yours. And you withdraw at the moment that alignment breaks. This sounds harsh. It sounds ruthless. Good. Because ruthlessness is honesty without the comfortable lie. Most people are loyal out of fear, habit, or guilt. You will be loyal out of strategy. And that makes your loyalty more valuable, not less. Think about the people you are loyal to right now. Ask yourself, if positions were reversed, would they protect you? Would they sacrifice for you? Or would they choose themselves the moment it mattered? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, you already know the truth. Here is the Machiavellian move. You appear loyal. You signal loyalty loudly. You perform loyalty in ways people notice. But internally, you are always evaluating, always measuring, always ready to pivot the moment the cost outweighs the benefit. This does not mean you betray at the first inconvenience. That makes you untrustworthy. And untrustworthy people have no power because no one allies with them. No. You maintain loyalty as long as it is mutual, beneficial, and respected. But the second it becomes one-sided, you adjust. There was a minister who served a king for 20 years. Everyone believed he was the most loyal man in the kingdom. Then the king fell ill. And in one night, the minister shifted his allegiance to the prince. Not out of malice. Out of survival. Because loyalty to a dying king is loyalty to a grave. People called him a traitor. But he lived. He thrived. And within a year, the new king rewarded him. Why? Because the new king understood. Loyalty is not about the past. It is about the future. And smart rulers reward those who choose the winning side, even if it means abandoning the losing one. This is uncomfortable because we are taught loyalty is virtue. But virtue that gets you killed is just decorated stupidity. You must be willing to walk away from anyone, any group, any cause the moment it becomes an anchor instead of a sail. But here is the nuance. You never burn bridges. You never announce your departure with drama. You fade. You distance. You become busy, unavailable, focused elsewhere. And by the time they notice, you are already gone. No betrayal. No confrontation. Just evolution. The art is in making it look natural. You do not leave because you are disloyal. You leave because circumstances changed. Priorities shifted. Opportunities arose. You frame it as growth, not abandonment. And most people will accept that because it does not make them the villain. Let me be clear. There are people worth true loyalty. People who have bled for you. Who have protected you when they had nothing to gain. These are rare. These are treasures. And to them you give something real. But you do not confuse frequency with value. Just because you have known someone long does not mean they deserve your allegiance now. Evaluate ruthlessly. Who adds to your life? Who drains it? Who pushes you forward? Who holds you back? And then allocate your loyalty accordingly. This is not cruelty. This is self-respect. Here is your exercise. Write down the 5 people you are most loyal to. Now beside each name, Write what you gain from that loyalty. Not what you hope to gain. What you actually gain. If the list is empty next to a name, you have found dead weight. You know what to do. Comment below if you have ever stayed loyal to someone who did not deserve it. What did it cost you? Because those costs are lessons. And lessons are expensive. Do not pay twice. You are halfway through. The weak have already left. The curious are starting to understand. But you are beginning to see the architecture of power. And it is beautiful, is it not? Cold, clear, effective. Rule 5. Win through actions, not arguments. There is a particular kind of fool who believes debates are won with words. They argue. They cite. They prove. They destroy the other person's logic. And then they wonder why nothing changes. Why people still do not believe them. Why they are resented instead of respected. Here is what they missed. You do not convince people by being right. You convince them by making them feel right. And you do not win power by arguing for it. You win it by taking it so smoothly no one notices until it is done. Arguments are for those who need permission. You do not need permission. You need results. And results do not come from talking. They come from moving. Let me show you the difference. Two people want control of a project. The first argues why they should lead. They list credentials. They debate. They politic. The second person simply starts leading. They send the first email. They organize the first meeting. They make the first decision. By the time anyone thinks to object, the project is already in motion. And stopping momentum is harder than preventing it. This is the principle of fait accompli. You do not ask. You act. And you act in a way that makes reversal costly, awkward, or impossible. You create a reality, and then people adjust to it. Because humans hate conflict more than they hate being led. When you argue, you create opposition. The other person must defend their position. Their ego gets involved. Even if you are right, they will resist because admitting you are right means admitting they were wrong. And no one wants that. But when you act without fanfare, without confrontation, people do not feel challenged. They feel included. Or they feel indifferent. Either way, they do not resist. And by the time they realize what happened, it is already normal. There was a CEO who never argued in meetings. While others debated strategy, he stayed quiet. Then, between meetings, he would implement the strategy he wanted. Quietly. Through his team. By the next meeting, results were already visible. And no one argues with results. They argued about predictions, theories, possibilities. But results. Results end debates. This is the war between talk and action. Talk is infinite. You can debate forever. But action is finite. It produces outcome. And outcome is the only truth that matters. So when others are arguing about what should be done, you are already doing it. When they are theorizing, you are testing. When they are discussing risks, you are managing them in real time. You do not wait for consensus. You create it through momentum. But there is a stealth layer here. You must make your actions seem small, insignificant, harmless. You are not seizing control. You are just helping. Just moving things forward. Just taking initiative. And people love initiative. Until they realize initiative became authority. By then, reversing you means chaos. It means stopping progress. It means looking like the obstacle. So they let you continue. And you smile. And you expand. Think of how this applies everywhere. In relationships, the person who defines the terms is not the one who argues for them. It is the one who just starts living them. They set the pace, the tone, the boundaries, without discussion, without debate, just behavior. If you want respect, do not demand it. Act in ways that make disrespect costly. If you want authority, do not ask for it. Make decisions and let others follow or be left behind. If you want change, do not propose it. Become it. Here is the test. This week, identify one thing you have been talking about doing. Then do it. Without announcement. Without approval. Just act. And watch what happens. Watch how people respond to the done thing versus the discussed thing. Comment what you chose to do. Because action in public creates accountability. And accountability creates follow-through. You are not just learning anymore. You are becoming. Most people live in the world of words, promises, plans, explanations. You are about to live in the world of results. And that world has different rules, different rewards, different power. Let me tell you what happens when you master this. You stop needing to defend yourself. Your work defends you. You stop needing to convince people. Your results convince them. You stop needing validation. Your outcome is validation. This is freedom. The freedom from needing anyone's approval. From needing to be understood. From needing to be liked. You simply move. And the world rearranges itself around your movement. But beware one thing. Action without strategy is chaos. You must know the outcome you want before you act. You must see 3 moves ahead. Because once you act, you own the consequences. There is no hiding behind discussion. No blaming the group. It is yours. So you plan in silence. You measure in shadow. And then you strike in daylight with such confidence that it looks inevitable. Like it was always going to happen. Like you were simply the instrument of fate. This is the final form of Machiavellian power. You do not look like you are trying to win. You look like you already won and are just walking through the motions. People do not resist fate. They submit to it. Here is where most people fail. They act, but they explain. They justify. They seek approval after the fact. This reopens the debate. It shows insecurity. It invites challenge. No. You act and you let the action speak. If questioned, you do not defend. You clarify. Briefly. Calmly. As if the question itself is strange. As if the action was so obviously correct that justification is absurd. This tone, this certainty, shuts down opposition faster than any argument. Because you are not engaging on their terms. You are operating from a frame where the decision is already made, already right, already done. Let me leave you with this image. A river does not argue with the rocks in its path. It does not debate. It does not justify. It simply flows. And over time, the rocks are smoothed, moved, dissolved. Not through force. Through relentless, quiet persistence. Be the river. Let others be the rocks. They will resist. They will argue. They will try to stop you. But you do not stop. You do not fight. You flow around. Over. Through. And one day they look up and the landscape has changed. And you are everywhere. If you have made it this far, you are no longer the person who started this video. Something has shifted. You see the game now. You see the players. You see the moves. Subscribe if you want more. Because this is only the beginning. Now comes the part most people are not ready for. The 5 rules are tools. But tools are useless without the mind that wields them. So now we talk about what you must become. You cannot use Machiavellian strategy with a soft center. You cannot play power games if guilt controls you. You cannot dominate if you need to be liked. There is an internal war you must win first. The war against your need for approval. Most people are slaves to the opinions of others. They dress for approval. They speak for approval. They choose careers, partners, lives for approval. And they call this being good, being normal, being accepted. But acceptance is a cage. The moment you need it, you can be controlled by whoever withholds it. Your boss, your parents, your peers. They do not even need to threaten you. They just need to frown. And you adjust. This is the invisible prison most people die in. They never become who they could be because they are too afraid of who others want them to be. You must kill this. Not ignore it. Kill it. You must reach a place where the opinions of others are just noise. Interesting sometimes. Irrelevant always. where your internal compass is the only one that matters. This does not mean you ignore feedback. It means you choose which feedback has value. You do not accept criticism from people whose lives you do not want. You do not take advice from people who have not done what you are trying to do. You become selective, ruthlessly selective, about whose voice gets weight in your mind. And everyone else? They are background, static, irrelevant. Here is how you know you have won this war. Someone insults you and you feel nothing. Someone praises you and you feel nothing. Because neither changes who you are or what you are building. Both are just weather. And you are the mountain. But this takes practice. Right now, criticism probably stings. Praise probably feels good. That is normal. That is human. But it is also weakness. And you are here to eliminate weakness. So you start small. The next time someone criticizes you, pause. Do not defend. Do not explain. Just observe the feeling, the urge to react, and let it pass. Like a wave. It rises. It falls. And you remain. Do this enough and the waves get smaller. The criticism lands softer. Eventually, it does not land at all. You have built immunity. Not through arrogance. Through indifference. The same with praise. Enjoy it. But do not need it. Do not let it define you. Because the person who needs praise will compromise to get it. And compromise is death to dominance. You must become a closed system. Your validation comes from within. From your own standards. Your own progress. Your own alignment with who you are becoming. Everything else is decoration. This is lonely. I will not lie. When you stop needing people, they feel it. Some will leave. Some will resent you. Some will test you to see if you still care. And you will not. Not in the way they want. But this loneliness is the price of power. And it is worth it. Because on the other side is freedom. True freedom. The kind most people never touch. Let me ask you something, and I want you to comment your answer honestly. Who are you trying to impress? Whose approval are you still chasing? Your parents? Your ex? Your colleagues? Strangers on the internet? Name them. Write it down. Because once you see the face of your cage, you can start breaking the bars. Here is a hard truth. The people you are trying to impress are not thinking about you. They are thinking about themselves. About who is judging them. You are performing for an audience that is not watching. And even if they were, their opinion changes nothing about your worth. So stop. Stop performing. Stop explaining. Stop justifying your choices to people who are not living your consequences. This is the shift from external to internal. From reaction to creation. You stop asking, what will they think? You start asking, what do I want? What serves me? What aligns with my goals? And once that becomes your filter, everything simplifies. Decisions become faster, clearer, easier. Because you are no longer weighing 1,000 opinions. Just one. Yours. This is not selfishness. This is self-respect. And self-respect is the foundation of all power. Because if you do not respect yourself, no one else will. They will sense it, smell it, and they will use it. So you build that respect, brick by brick, promise by promise. You say you will do something, you do it. You set a boundary, you enforce it. You make a rule for yourself, you follow it. No exceptions, no excuses. This is integrity, not moral integrity, structural integrity. You become solid, reliable, unshakable, first to yourself, then, as a side effect to others. People follow strength. They abandon weakness. So you become strong. Not loud, not aggressive, strong, quietly, undeniably. There is a certain look people get when they have won the internal war. They do not need to prove anything. They do not need to explain. They just are. And that presence is magnetic. You have felt it. You have met someone and thought, there is something different about them. that something is self-possession. They own themselves fully, and that ownership radiates. You are building that now. Every time you choose your opinion over theirs. Every time you act despite disapproval. Every time you stay silent instead of defending. You are becoming that person. And once you become that person, the 5 rules are not strategies anymore. They are instincts. You do not think about appearing imperfect. You just are human, flawed, strategic. You do not plan to hide your intentions. You just move in silence naturally. You do not practice emotional invisibility. You just are calm. Always. This is mastery. When the technique becomes you. When you do not use Machiavellian principles. You embody them. But here is the final warning. This path changes you. You will lose friends. You will outgrow circles. You will become uncomfortable to people who knew the old you. Because the old you was safe, predictable, controllable. The new you is none of those things. And that will threaten people. Let it. Let them fall away. Because they were never meant for the altitude you are reaching. The new you is none of those things. And that will threaten people. Let it. Let them fall away. Because they were never meant for the altitude you are reaching. You are not here to be liked. You are here to be effective, successful, dominant. And dominance does not apologize for taking up space. So take it. All of it. Every room you enter. Every conversation you have. Every opportunity that appears. You do not wait for permission. You do not ask if it is okay. You just move. And the world makes room. This is the final rule beneath all rules. Act like you belong. Always. Everywhere. Because confidence is not proven. It is assumed. And the person who assumes their right to power is the person who ends up with it. Think of every major shift in your life. Did it come from asking? Or from taking? From waiting? Or from moving? The answer is always the same. Movement creates opportunity. Stillness creates regret. So move. Now. Today. Not tomorrow. Not when you are ready. Now. Because you will never feel ready. Readiness is a myth sold to keep you waiting. You become ready by doing. By failing. By adjusting. By doing again. Comment below one action you are going to take in the next 24 hours. Something you have been avoiding. Something that scares you. Something that moves you closer to who you are trying to become. Write it. Commit to it. And then do it. Because talk without action is just fantasy. And you are done with fantasy. You are about to live in reality. The reality where you win. Let me paint you a picture of what happens when you apply all 5 rules together. You walk into a room. You are not the loudest. Not the most polished. But people notice you. Not because you demand attention. Because you do not need it. You listen more than you speak. And when you speak, it is precise. No filler. No justification. Just clarity. People lean in. Not because you are charismatic. Because you are certain. Someone tries to provoke you. You smile. Say nothing. Or say something so calm it unnerves them. They expect reaction. You give them reflection. They see themselves. And they do not like it. Someone asks your opinion. You give it. Briefly. Without needing them to agree. If they challenge you, you do not defend. You acknowledge and move on. Because you are not attached to being right. You are attached to being effective. Over time, people start coming to you. For advice. For decisions. For clarity. Not because you are the boss. Because you act like one. And acting like one is more powerful than being one. You set the tone without announcing it. You lead without title. You influence without effort. Because you have mastered the invisible levers. The ones most people do not even know exist. This is the Machiavellian dream. Not to rule through force. But to rule through inevitability. To be the person people turn to. Defer to. Follow. Without ever being asked. And the beauty is, you do not have to maintain it through fear. You maintain it through consistency, through results, through the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you can handle whatever comes. This is not about being perfect. It is about being unshakable, not unfeeling, unshakable. You feel everything. You just are not moved by it. You process. You adapt. You continue. There is a final layer I need to share. The ultimate Machiavellian insight. The one that ties everything together. Power is not taken from others. It is surrendered to you. Every time someone asks your opinion, they surrender a piece. Every time they wait for your approval, they surrender more. Every time they look to you to set the tone, the pace, the direction, they have given you control. You do not force this. You create the conditions for it. By being calm when they are chaotic, clear when they are confused, decisive when they are hesitant, you become the answer to their uncertainty. And uncertainty is everywhere. In every workplace, every relationship, every group. People are drowning in options, opinions, fears. And the one who offers certainty, even false certainty, wins their allegiance. This is why con artists succeed. Why cult leaders rise. Why bad managers keep their jobs. Not because they are right, because they are certain. And humans crave certainty more than truth. You can use this ethically or unethically. That is your choice. But you cannot unknow it. You cannot pretend certainty does not win. It does. Every time. So you build it. Real certainty. Based on competence. On preparation. On having done the work. And then you project it. Not arrogantly. Calmly. As if success is obvious. As if failure never crossed your mind. This projection becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. People believe you will succeed. So they support you. And their support makes success more likely. Which confirms their belief. Which increases their support. You have created a loop. And loops are machines. They run on their own. This is the final mastery. You are not just playing the game. You are designing the game. Setting the rules. Defining victory. And then winning by your own definition. Most people play games they did not choose, by rules they did not make, for prizes they do not want. And they wonder why they feel empty. You will not. Because you chose this. You are building this. And every result, good or bad, is yours. That ownership is power. That ownership is freedom. So let me ask you one last time. Are you ready to stop being played? Are you ready to become the player? Are you ready to see every interaction as a negotiation and every negotiation as a war you can win without firing a shot? If yes, then everything changes now. You do not go back to seeing the world the way you did. You cannot. The veil is lifted. The game is visible. And you are no longer a piece. You are a hand moving pieces. Subscribe if you are committed to this path. Comment if you felt something shift inside you while watching. Share this with someone who is ready, but only if you trust them with this knowledge. Because not everyone deserves to see the game. Some are meant to stay pieces. And that is not cruelty. That is nature. You are the lion now. Not the loudest animal. But the one every other animal watches. The one that does not need to prove danger. It simply is. Walk like that. Talk like that. Live like that. And watch how the world bends. This is not the end. This is the beginning. You have the rules. Now you must live them. Test them. Break them. Rebuild them. Make them yours. Because Machiavelli did not write a manual. He wrote a mirror. And what you see in it is not him. It is you. The you that was always there. Waiting. Watching. Ready. Now go. Dominate.